Okay, guys, we're going to be going home. That took so long. I got out here at 1:30. This guy looks like he's stealing all the shit from Rite Aid. I got out here at, oh, you're crooked, sorry. You're going to jump around, just jump around. Guy looks like he's stealing everything out of the Rite Aid. I got here at 1:30 and it is now, dude, is that how you drive in Oregon? You don't have a disabled placard. Why are you parking in a disabled place? Fucking twat waffle. Pardon my French. Had to go pick up my pre-ups. Hey, your battle axe can walk. You don't need to be parked in a disabled area. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Gotta feed the pooches and start packing. Start packing. So that Tuesday we can have a fun live. I might still be packing, okay? I'll show you my list. Oh my God. Because what I do is I'm so anal retentive. I make a list of everything I need. Trust me, if you had disabled children or disabled animals, you know what I mean. You write lists of everything down to a Q-tip that you need to bring, and then you check it off once, twice, 3 times. You look totally nuts, but trust me, I don't want to go to Sack of Tomatoes and find out I'm missing something. Of course, I could just buy it, but I told you I'm a cheap bitch. Cheap bitch. I want my bank account to grow, not deplete, you know? Of course, for the dogs. Are you kidding? We spend so much on those damn dogs. Swear to God. They have more than anything. You'll get to see Jen in her wheelchair, because I guess we'll dress them up for Halloween and take pictures of them, because after I'm sure Da Vinci procedures are the same as the old-fashioned laps. You gotta walk. You gotta force yourself to walk, because all that CO2 in your belly. I've had 1,000,000 laparoscopies, and you always get that god-awful left upper shoulder pain where the bubble is. You think you're having a heart attack the first time, and then you realize, no, it's just trapped air. So, my ear is still plugged. It's really fucking annoying. I gotta stop vaping. Ugh, I'm coughing up sugar water. It's not good for you kids. Don't do it. Look, I'm Lori. I can't do that. Actually, I'm gonna be naughty and just buy a pack of illegal cigarettes so I can stop vaping. That's sad. So the other thing, we need to have we're gonna have a little walkthrough with the computer, okay? One thing I want to show you, because of the matter of transparency, is I still have not gotten payment from AdSense. I will show you. The money is there's money in there, but okay, so finally I meet the threshold, and I thought, oh, okay, that's all I need. No. Then you have to wait a month. Then you wait the month. And I always have heard YouTube creators say you're always paid a month behind. And now I understand. So now I'm waiting. So November 21st, I guess, is my first payout, which actually is a good thing. So what I'm going to do is, instead of waiting, I told you guys it was $193, I showed you. We're going to dump in the rest to make it $250. The first September was supposed to go to Hurricane Helene victims, and then the second month, October, would go to Milton victims. So what I'm going to do is we're going to up it to $250 for each of them. instead of waiting for November's pay to drop, or October, I am so confused. Instead of waiting for the second month to drop, I'm just going to pay it out of our money, and I'll show you guys what I do, okay? So the first one's going to probably go to Red Cross. I'm going to look a little further because there's another group I may give it to who I actually researched and vetted, one of the ones I showed you guys. But it's a private organization. And what I might do is do the second one of the animal organizations. Thing is that people give right after an event, and then they, it's lost in the news, and people forget. Those people are still suffering. Those people will suffer for the holidays. They will suffer into the new year. So in a way, if you're donating later, it's almost better because they get flooded with a bunch of stuff, and then it peters out. People move on to something else. They're going to be moving on to their own Christmases for their own families. So I'm gonna keep giving for the holidays, but I just wanted to let you guys know in an effort to keep transparency, and I'll show you. The other thing is we need to take a walk through some of the things you find on the internet, okay? Like I've said, I'm not an awareness person. I don't play in groups. And I know you guys have, oh, hi, Crow. I know you guys have suggested collabs, and I actually love the people you've suggested. A collab is different. If it's another person like me just giving opinions or reactions, that's one thing. I would consider that. If it is an awareness channel, if it is somebody that has a mission, if it is somebody who has an agenda, hello, dude, that's a different story. I see too many of these people who they have some kind of fork in this fondue pot. Let's take Lisa, for example. Think of all the different, and I don't even watch most of them. I've never seen an episode of Scam Slam. Is that her name? I still don't even know if Scammy Grammy is an awareness channel or a beggar. I'm not even sure. Okay, I see the name all the time. I have no clue. Trust me, I have to go back in my cast after my surgery. I just don't want to be in stirrups in a cast, okay? So I have to go back in my cast, which means I'm going to be stuck. And this is how the whole channel started. Me yelling at the TV because I was stuck on the couch. Giving my opinion from my perspective, from my life experience. Okay? That's all it is. I don't come from, I've had people with addictions in my family. Are you kidding? Look at my ethnic makeup. We were doomed for centuries. Seriously, who hasn't? I don't think there's anyone. Oh, raindrops. I don't think there's anybody. Let's open the sunroof. Who hasn't faced addiction themselves or in their family or a friend. Okay? Just a fact of life. But I don't protest to be a counselor. I don't pretend to be something I'm not. I am someone who worked in EMS for 20 years. I am someone who worked in an emergency department for 12 years in ICU. and CVICU for 1 year. I have lived for decades with an addict who is gone. My ex-husband was an alcoholic and an addict, but a functional one who worked on a helicopter. You know, there's different kinds of addicts. Some people come home and have to have a pint of alcohol because their job sucks the soul out of them. And then it gets to be an every night thing, even on your night off. And instead of dealing with those things that are going on in your head, maybe getting a different profession, they just keep numbing themselves. And that's what I lived with. I personally haven't had a problem. And I thank my lucky stars. Doesn't mean I don't have a physical dependency on my medication. But I have to take it or I die. So, I just see, oh God, he has a small penis, that red truck. There's a lot of those in this town. I see a lot of people who should be tending to their own friends and family before tending to a complete stranger, like Lisa. Lisa has a family, and people get involved, if you think about it, because they don't agree with what her family is doing. Who are we to say that they aren't doing things that we don't see? Oh, little criminal. Who are we to say they aren't taking action, we just don't see it? And basically, let's get to the root of it. Who are we to say jack shit? She isn't our relative. Okay? Oop, are you gonna fall? Oh. You don't want to see where I live. Who are we? Who are we? We're nobodies. We're not related to her. So why do people insist on getting involved in real life ways? You could suggest things to the family, but unless somebody is actively harming themselves or someone else, someone whips out a knife, a gun, someone's going to jump off a bridge, why are we getting involved? Who are we? We are no one. We are literally no one. Oh, it rained here. Wonder if the doggies got to go to rain. We are nobodies. So the skeletons apparently are coming out of the closet because some of these awareness channels, they are competing with one another. I've told you since day one, I don't give a shit about numbers. I don't give a shit about views. It isn't about money for me. I don't need YouTube money. I have an extremely busy life. I choose to do this because it's fun. It's an outlet. I don't need it. But unfortunately, some of these people are making this about views and battling and all this bullshit and getting money. And then they get validation, affirmation from complete strangers. They feel important. They feel like they're someone. I told you guys, I grew up because my family was in, how do you put it? They were in the movie industry and the music industry. And I grew up with, my parents grew up with, I grew up with celebrities in our house all the time. I went to school with celebrities. I told you, my yearbooks, my high school yearbooks, are probably the most popular thing up here to borrow. People always want to borrow them. And I guess I have a different perspective on celebrity because of that. I've never been a fangirl. I've never been a groupie. I worked in the industry when I was younger. I've never been starstruck. I've never gotten an autograph. I am embarrassed when people ask for them. I don't know. I see these people feeling like they're Z-list celebrities. They like their names being known. They like their faces being known. They use those filters or spackle on makeup. And I'm not saying anyone in particular, okay? I am not. I'm just saying, as a genre, then they all start backstabbing each other. Someone gets a scoop and runs with it, and then they're like hoarding their scoop, and no, you can't use my footage. Well, I'm sorry, there's fair use. Are you transforming it? Okay, well then, sorry. That's a whole world, and I don't want to get into it. I don't want to be associated with it. I have nothing against these people. I have nothing, like I've said 1,000,000 times, guys. Whatever floats your boat. Life is way too small. Short. Way too short. The world is too small. We all have to live together. And trust me, we get one shot at life. One shot. Maybe because I've died a couple times and come back, I appreciate it a little more. There have been days where I don't upload as much. Some days I upload more. You know why? Because my dogs need me. Milo's going through something. They're both severely disabled. There have been a couple days where I've gotten new patients and they need me. There are days where I am up literally all night dealing with a new patient or dealing with an existing patient. And then I am too tired. There was one day last week or the week before, I am not kidding you. I went to bed at 7:20 in the morning. I had been up all night. So I just want to make it clear. I just give my opinion on the internet, and if you like what I say, great. If you don't like what I say, great. It's okay. It's no biggie. We can all agree. I have a no politics, no religion type rule. But let me just say, I keep seeing people, especially with elections coming closer, bitching and moaning about politics. Look, we can all agree to disagree, okay? I was the only person in my old neighborhood that wasn't fighting with someone or didn't stop speaking to people because of their political choices. Because, you know what? It's our God-given right to have an opinion. And if I don't agree with somebody, okay. If I like them otherwise, why the fuck should that affect who they are? Agree to disagree and move on. Life is too short. These awareness channels have a place. They have a place on TikTok. They have a place on YouTube. That's fine. If someone wants to be in the drama community, that's fine. I have equal as right to not be an awareness channel. I have no plans of meeting these people that we watch. I don't need to have empathy for them. I wish everyone to succeed in life, but some people will fight you on that to the death. And you know what? That's their right. Just like if Lisa doesn't want to go to rehab, that's her right. Who are we to say she has to go? We don't have to. So, I just wanted to get that clear. I'm not an awareness channel. I'm not gonna be. I'm not gonna ever be on a panel. That shit drives me nuts. Everyone talking over everyone. I'm just a person who lives in a shit town with a shit foot who watches the daily life of beggars and calls them out on their lies. That's it. I'm just someone who gives an opinion. All right, guys. Didn't mean to drag you down, but we'll have fun on Tuesday, okay? I'm going to go home after here and feed the puppers and rest my foot.